Okay, so the five pillars of any great smartphones are build, display, camera, performance, and battery life. And if you look at this iPhone 17 Pro, it covers almost all of that. And in this video, let us dig deep inside in all those five categories, starting with the most controversial thing this year, the build. As we all know at this time, this year Pro and Pro Maxes they come with a aluminum unibody design. Though Apple had an hour-long keynote with the iPhone 15 Pro telling us why titanium is better than the aluminum, but this year the reasons are better heat dissipation as aluminum conducts heat better than titanium and funky new colors. Talking about the color, I do like this orange one. Your preference may vary, but with this new color, we had seen photos and videos floating around the internet having all the scratches around the back, and also the aluminum body had a lot of dents. Though I have not faced anything similar with my device, with this new aluminum design, Apple is promising a better heat dissipation as they have also included a vapor chamber inside this device, about which we will talk more in the performance side. And along with that, you get a sapphire glass back in the middle for the MagSafe wireless charging, and they have improved the charging speed too. So overall, I am pretty happy with the design of this device, though it is a bit thicker and heavier compared to the last year Pro model, but you get a lot better battery life with that thickness. And also on the top, you get all new camera island, which Apple likes to call camera plateau, but I'm liking the design whatsoever. Now coming to the performance, performance was never an issue with the Apple devices. When Android phones were running around big RAM modules, like we got 8 GB RAM Android phone around like 2017, while Apple moved to 8 GB with their iPhone 15 Pro. This time with the 17 Pro and Pro Maxes, it has 12 GB RAM, 6-core GPU, 6-core CPU, and a 16-core neural engine for those on-device AI tasks. As always, the device is really smooth. You won't get any hiccups while playing high-end games. And now with that vapor chamber, the heat is distributed really good along the back side of the device. Even if you play AAA titles under highest setting, you won't notice device getting quite hot, and the heat is dissipated quite impressively along the back of the device. And I even tried to run 3D benchmark stress test for like 40 minutes back to back, and the device handled that really nice, though it did feel a bit warm to touch at the back, but it was nothing uncomfortable. And also the thermal throttling was managed really good. If you compare it with the iPhone Air that also has an A19 Pro but a less GPU core, the heating situation is quite a bit different over there. So the A19 Pro performs really good, and even in single core scores, if you do synthetic benchmark, it is beating some of the MacBook chips. So performance is not an issue with the Apple iPhone 17 Pro like any other iPhone, and it's an A plus when it comes to performance. So wrapping all that chip and design at the back, we get a 6.3-inch AMOLED display. So it's an LTPO display that can switch from 1 Hz to 120 Hz depending upon what you are doing with the device, and it is one of the gorgeous displays that you can get in a smartphone right now. We get 3000 nits of maximum brightness, and it was never an issue using this device indoor or even outdoors, and even under long video session, this device used to manage the display brightness really good. And I think the vapor chamber is really doing its job over here. Though Apple claims they have anti-reflective coating with all of the iPhone this year, it's better than last year, but there are still a lot of room for improvement, and it is far less when you compare it with the S24 or S25 Ultras. Battery is yet another thing where you will see improvement this year, but it might also depend on where you live and where you buy your iPhone from. So for the last few years, Apple has done this thing where the USA and few other countries get only the eSIM variant of an iPhone, while the rest of the world gets a regular nano SIM slot. Previously, Apple used to leave that slot space with nothing, but from this year, we are getting more battery on the eSIM models. How much bigger, you ask? So the iPhone 17 Pro one with the SIM slot gets 3988 mAh battery, while the eSIM model gets 4252 mAh battery. It's a 6% increase even when you compare with the same generation of devices. While you compare with the 16 Pro, the last year 16 Pro had 3582 mAh battery, so it's almost 17% physically bigger battery, resulting in excellent battery life performance. And even if you go with the Pro Max variant, you can easily expect somewhere around 1.5 days of use. In my uses, I used to get full day of use with 30 to 35% left, and if I push it harder, it will still last the whole day. Along with the battery life, Apple has also increased the charging speed with this year Pro iPhones. You can now go up to 40 watt with the certified charger, and for the wireless charging you can go up to 25 watt. And with those charging numbers, your iPhone 17 Pro will reach 50% in 20 minutes if you charge it wired, and if you charge it wirelessly it will take you 30 minutes to reach 50%. Though it will take a longer time to charge it completely to 100%. In my uses it took me around like hour and 30 to 35 minutes, because Apple slows the charging speed as you go up in the percentage to make the battery last longer. Though the cameras in the front and the back look same, we do get some major improvements here. At the front, inside the dynamic island, we get all new 18 megapixel square sensor, and with this we get support for center stage and wide angle selfies even if you hold your device vertically. The center stage magic also work in FaceTime calls like we used to see in last year's MacBook and iPad. And along with that, the photo and video quality is really good. You also get dual capture in all the iPhones, so you can record from both front and back camera simultaneously. While the video recording capabilities from the selfie camera are similar to last year's iPhone 16 Pro with all these different modes, while at the back we get some quite new interesting features. Unlike the selfie camera, the real camera on the 17 Pro get features like ProRes RAW, Genlock support, and Open Get recording from apps like Blackmagic and Final Cut Pro. With all these different features, iPhone is in a different league. They are not competing with the flagship Android devices. They are competing with cameras that are being popular among the vloggers and the budget cinematographers. The video recording capabilities of this device can give real competition to the cameras that you can get under $2,000. Even the photos come out really balanced with high dynamic range. The telephoto camera gets a 48 megapixel sensor with 4x optical zoom. Though Apple claims they have 8x optical quality zoom, it's just a crop in the middle to make it a 12 megapixel 8x photo. Here are some samples taken from iPhone 17 Pro, and let me know in the comment section below what do you think about these photos. Let's not forget the software. The iPhone 17 Pro runs on iOS 26, so that's the latest one from Apple, the one with the liquid glass design, and it has been improved a lot throughout its beta phase, and I have not seen any drastic battery draining issue with the software. Though Apple still lags when it comes to the Siri, because devices from Samsung and Google have improved a lot when it comes to their AI capabilities. Apple is trying to implement all of that in device, not going to the cloud and everything. Now coming back to that 5-pillar analogy, I think the iPhone 17 Pro is up to the mark when it comes to its performance, display, camera, and battery life. Though the build and design still has some room for improvement along with the software with its AI capabilities. So overall, I think iPhone 17 Pro is one of the best flagship device that you can buy this year. What are your thoughts? Do let me know in the comment section below. And I'm still using the iPhone 17 Air as my regular device, so the review of this device will be also coming really soon. So stay subscribed for that, and I will catch you all in my next video.